keep it coming right.
Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the family. If you're old here, welcome back. I guess the title gives it all away. So I know everyone is probably thinking, yo, you fight. Man, yeah, I've been in a fight one time. Like you know how you can fight with your siblings and everything? That's a bit different, or your cousins. But I fought with someone like a stranger, so that was really, really odd.
You never wrong, I'm never right. You went all around every fight. That's why can't see the day we always getting away.
Getting ready for the evening. I'm leaving to go somewhere, so I just wanted to do my face really quick. So I know I haven't talked on my channel, talked, because not everyday cocktails, everyday cocktails, everyday cocktails, everyday cocktails. Now, I want you guys to know the kind of person you're subscribing to. So I'm gonna tell you guys the few things that have happened to me that leave me in shock. I just want to start on my face, tell you guys the story. I've only done my eyebrows. So I'm using. So I'm gonna be using this sorry guys, I've been coughing. For primer, I've been using this Garnier cream, and I mix it with primer. I mix both, and then before that I use aloe vera gel as a moisturizer. So oily skin, oil blocking at its finest. Okay, it starts. I had skipped school for a couple of days. I wasn't in school. I went to school I think this was like a Thursday, and maybe I hadn't been in school on Tuesday and Wednesday or something, if my memory serves me right. So at my high school, we used to have these assemblies. During assemblies, every class or every year, whatever you know them as, would have to do an assembly. They'd have to lead assembly. They'd do entertainment, can be a play, it can be a recital, all that shit. I had missed school when my class had already started planning for what they were gonna do for their assembly. So the time had come for my class to do their assembly. So they had planned it out. They had planned everything out, and I missed school, so I didn't get the briefing. I didn't know what we were gonna do. No one briefed me or anything like that. So this is how I do my eyes. For everyone because people always ask me, how do you do your eyeshadow? This is how I do my eyeshadow, yo. Don't be fooled. I can't do it freestyle the way I see people here doing it. I can't. Okay, back to the story. So mind you, at this time, I think this was 2 years before I was done with high school. So I was in year 10, and year 10 is Form 3. So at this time, school, I used to miss a lot of school at the time. I get to school, it's like a Thursday, right? So our assembly is I don't know if it's the next week. I don't know the details, guys. It was a bit of a while ago. The class meeting at the squash courts, so guys can discuss their roles and what they're gonna do during the assembly that was coming up. A lot of cliques. There were always cliques in my school, throughout the time I was there were always cliques. You had your people type situation. You know how it'd be. At that time, I was really going through it. That's a story for another day. Yeah, so I was really going through quite a lot of stuff at the time. And I was not really, the person that you guys know today. So since all that was happening to me, I was really easily triggered. It was really easy to get me mad. Nowadays, I don't get mad. I don't flip. I don't argue. Unless you really push me to the edge, it takes a lot of, I don't even have the energy for that anymore. So let me interrupt you guys real quick. I'm going to be using the Joanna K Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It came in this thingy. Let me show you guys. It came like this. I haven't really used it. This is my first time using it. See, it's still brand new, right? So yeah, doing a simple look, but I'll probably let you guys know how I feel about the palette because it's gonna be my first time using it. So yeah. So at the time, I pulled through to school after all these days of not being in school, right? So I'm also gonna be using this palette. It's You can see the plastic thing is not even there anymore. It's it's from Primark. Yeah. At this time, guys are just pulling through, to come and talk about. It's like after school, like the time you'd usually have activities to discuss what they're gonna do for the thing. So I pulled through. Obviously, me, I don't know, but guys already had their roles. They had an idea of what was going on. I was winging it like I was there because I kind of had to be there. These guys were doing, right? So I was sitting with these two friends of mine, two guys, because at the time most of my friends were boys, right? So, and we're just talking like stories, man. We're just storying, as people would say it. I don't really say storying, but storying. Just catching up type situation, right? This girl, here's the juicy part. So this girl, she's the one who's like calling the shots. So this girl was in a clique, a mix of people who really didn't mix with me. Like, how when people are just not for you, like, when you're not for people, when they're not for you, that type of thing, and you don't force issues. It was that type of situation. So she's conducting the meeting, she's telling people what they're expected to do and everything. So me at the time, my friends are talking, right? Like the guys I'm sitting with, they're chatting. And at some point, she's like, you guys, you need to chill. It's like, easy. She's conducting her shit. She knows what she's talking about. I'm really not gonna start, beefing and all that. So this girl is, my friends keep talking to me and I'm like, yo guys, we need to chill. Because I was like, I know trying to get the attention of all these people is really hectic. So I'm just gonna go and put in like, this is all the eyeshadow I'm doing. I just love natural look these days. I don't know why. I need to become more extra. I just couldn't do them on camera. I think that's one thing I can't even try doing. You guys keep telling our stories, but like more quiet, like other people. The thing is that I didn't understand is other people were telling stories out of like that whole place where we were sitting. There were other people, but for some reason it's only us that she could see talking. But everybody, like there was so much noise in that place where we were, but apparently. So that was just like, I was just like, guys, excuse my beauty blunder. I know it's that. Before someone calls me out and tells me it's dirty, let me just tell you, shit. At this time, you can see that she's getting pressed. Like the girl is getting worked up. I'm even just like, hey, at this your young age, just chill. There's so many other things to stress about, like books. But you're stressing because people are not listening to you. But that's not my portion. So she gets mad and she's like, I'm not gonna tell you. Like she starts shouting from across like where she was. And she's like, I'm not gonna tell you guys again to shut up. She starts calling on me like, Tanya, shut up, or something. If my memory serves me right. Like she's just picking on me out of everybody else there. So I'm like, I ask her like, yo, everyone else is talking. Why is it only me that you can see having a conversation with the boys? But for some reason, it's me she was getting triggered by. But obviously I know because me and this girl, we just didn't click. So I already knew that was a contributing factor. This mama, she starts wilding. She starts shouting at me from where she's at. So me, I approach her. Like I'm walking up to this girl, I'm looking her dead ass in the face. I'm looking at her like, yo, if you have something to say, say it to me and say it to my damn face. Like, why are we beating around the bush? We're not kids, we're not babies, So obviously, I'm not wondering, like, I'm just wondering, like, yo, like, why is it just me? But I think I may have asked her, why is it only us that you can see? Didn't continue screaming. She was a bit of a, let me just call her Diana. Diana was a bit of an extra human being. Like she used to do the most a lot of the time. So, looking back, I understand her more. But like at the time, I never used to understand where that energy used to come. I said earlier in the video, I'm the kind of person who, if you want to trigger me, like if you want to make me mad, you've looked for it. Like I'm not really a person that gets mad. Like, getting mad is like, I get agitated, I get irritated. I'll have like a small argument with you here, but that's like about where it ends. If you don't respect me, I don't respect you. Like, it's a two-way thing. So this young lady was coming for me specifically. Obviously, she didn't like me. I think from the day we met, but you know, that's life. You know, not everyone that you meet is gonna like you, and that's the beauty of it. Like, you need to have people who don't like you so that you can appreciate the ones who like you. She starts getting really loud in me, and if there's anything I really dislike is when people get loud. Be loud by all means, but like, why are you being loud? What is the basis of this loudness? Because loud people, and then I also don't like it when you must be loud in my face. That is a sign of disrespect, and obviously I'll have to do something about it. So let me just paint this picture out for you guys, like how the setting of this place was. It was like, you know how a squash court can have like the place for the audience, like where they sit and where they watch you, right? So this girl is like standing, like, I don't remember like what direction, but she was standing a bit far from me, and I was sitting like on the other side, like all getting into a back and forth in front of all these many people. Were going back and forth, changing words. I'm asking her, like, why must you speak to me like this? Why aren't you speaking to anybody else here the way you're speaking to me? But me, you've decided disrespect is the motto, disrespect is the mantra. I'm not the one. I will never be the one. So yo, all this starts happening. See, now we start moving close to each other. So me, I start going towards where she's at. She starts coming close to where I'm at. And then we meet like at the end of the steps. Now, like in a squash court, it has like a glass back, like when you're playing. Like now, that's where we start arguing. So I'm facing the glass, she's facing me. So the glass is behind her. Yo, me, I always say that thank God, God is good to me, and God always has my back. Because had I pushed this girl and she fell into the glass, that would have been a wrap for me. Would I have gone and started looking for a school at that time of my education? Which school would have taken me in? Because automatically that would have been an expulsion. And I pushed to top it all off, this girl, Diana, that's what we're calling her now, right? Diana was a teacher's kid. Like it was like, I'm telling you, this thing was following me like. And in that school, like, don't at me. Anyway, even though, like, had she been the one on the wrong, I would be the one that takes the fall for it. It's about to go down. Like, it's really, guys really liked drama. They were really, I'm being painted out as a really violent person, all that type of shit. They're looking at us, they're waiting for us to start swinging on each other, It's like, she's really... From what I remember, she was a really disrespectful person. But, I never really spent that much time with her to understand her. But I think I always believe that people are the way they are for a reason. That I'm grown, I just feel like, can't really be the person to judge her character because I didn't spend time with her. I don't know that girl like that. Sorry, I was wetting my beauty blender. So, okay, for me, once you start like showing me signs of violence, or what I always say is in a fight, okay, I don't fight. I don't think you can catch me fighting right now, like at this my age. I can never swing first. You show me that you want to swing, then maybe we can consider. They're getting heated because this girl is doing this in my face. Like, she's putting her hands in my face. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to me? Yo, gang. All that in my face, G. She's doing that in my face. Maybe I'm already thinking, yes, this mama she's really crossed the boundary, yo. But I was like, it's okay. So now she keeps getting louder and louder. Her mouth is getting dirtier and dirtier. And you feel nothing, you dig? And I was like, this girl doesn't feel anything the way she's disrespected me. So obviously, I'm not going to put it all on her. I started to disrespect her as well. Why? Because she was coming for me. So now we're fuming. And at this point, let me tell you guys, I never used to think twice. Anger was the emotion I was feeling at this point in my life. All the time, 24/7, anger. Teenagehood and all that. Jeez. So at this time, see, we're going in like now. So who swings first? Me. I swing first. As in that anger, like I think once you shout at me like I'm your kid, we fight. This time anger is boiling, like I'm fuming. It's in me, like I'm just feeling like nah. Yo, bee or fly. So I swing on this girl. I'm just like my hand was like this, and I'm like I was just like, phew, like I just literally like this, right? So it was like a, watch it starts. Now this girl, she starts coming for me. This girl slapped me. What? Whenever I tell people like the beef slaps I've gotten, like the slaps I've gotten, and I can't forget. That has to be one of them, cause hey, like really big hands. The surface area of her hands, like my hands compared to her hands, were really small, and she was taller than me, and I'm quite tall. So slaps me a loud one, yani a loud one. I'm left in shock. I'm like, guy, is it me? You mean it's me who's been slapped? You mean it's me who's been slapped like that? Yani, you've slapped me. You've really taken your time to slap me like that. Hey, me, I was fuming. I was like, this is disrespect, baby. Even my own parents don't treat me like this. I was like, Z, not the one, never been the one. At this point, me and this girl, we start going head to head. So now when I'm about to swing on her now, the second time when the fight is now becoming beef, what happens? What always happens to me? My friend came and he picked me up. He's carrying me away. I'm on his back. A minute off and just tell you about what I'm gonna do to finish my face. I haven't finished doing the details like with the concealer on my eyebrows. So for highlighter, I'm gonna be using one of the colors from the palette, from the Joanna K palette. I think I'm gonna use Dancing Queen. I really like it as a highlighter, to be honest. I think the pigment on that gold is just madness. Madness. So I'm not gonna use that much. You guys, I never using like Kidogo highlighter. I'm always using, the lighting is going, but I hope you guys can still see me. I hope that you can still hear me. A little trick. I mean, I don't really think it's a trick, but I don't see many people doing it. You should be doing it. It makes you look like you know makeup. So just take your highlighter. I've always done this even before I started doing makeup like properly. I put my highlighter under my eyebrows. And how step goes after you check out my highlighter. I love setting spray. Ooh. I feel like that fight was unnecessary, was uncalled for. It really didn't have to happen. And she's like, yeah, bro, I totally agree. Like, it shouldn't have happened, but it happened. So how do we go about it? I told her, I apologize for what I did to you. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. And she's like, yeah, me too. I'm really sorry for what happened. Respected her from that day. I was like, okay, you're mature. We're in a very immature setting, but we were very mature about it. And it just gave me hope for that place, honestly. Like, if this girl can pull one of these, there's hope. There's been hope. So now the next day we're coming to school. See, everyone is just waiting for steam. Everyone is waiting for flames. Everyone is waiting for, arguments. Everyone is waiting for us. When we pull up to school like this, me and this girl, we hug each other, we start talking, we're laughing, we're being very positive around each other. We're talking, we're acting like nothing happened yesterday. And you guys, everyone was just waiting for us to to see each other and it's on site. And none of that. We were being boss ladies about it. We were being women about it. We were being grown-ups, yo. We were being older ladies, We were being all that jazz and then some. So, and from that day I said I can't fight. Why am I fighting? Why am I beating why am I beating someone's child? Did I birth you so that I can beat you? Or did you birth me so that you can beat me? Fights are just irrelevant in my opinion. I feel like physical anger is a no-no. And if you're fighting in 2019, please reevaluate your life and really just think, why? All those things. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. If you guys want to see some more story times, let your girl know. I think that's all I'm gonna say for today. It's been real, yo.
Man, I gotta keep it coming. Riding beats is my addiction, and my pop's always been grinding. Missing him is my affliction. I won't stop until